Hello. Just big smile. Today we are going to show you a trip that we took last year to Tahiti for our
10-year anniversary. We had talked about this trip for a long time. We had talked about it probably on our honeymoon, actually, on a couple things that we wanted to do, and we kind of hit our 5-year trip that we wanted to do, and then so for the 10-year we had decided we wanted to go stay over the water in Tahiti.
So we have 5 things that were our absolute favorite from our trip. This trip we started talking about 10 years ago. We planned it a year and a half in advance because we were so excited about it. And never in a million years did we think that it would be all that we had hoped it would be, and it was.
And with doing all the planning, one of the things that I looked at was trying to find answers to a few specific questions that I couldn't really find the answers or find updated answers for. So hopefully over the course of today, we'll be able to help you answer some questions that you should have or didn't know you had and be helpful for you.
So, first on our list of our 5 favorite things was the resort that we stayed at. So we actually stayed at an island off of Tahiti called Moorea.
So the island of Moorea is about 37 miles all the way around the edge. The roads in some spots are good and in some spots aren't good. So we didn't do the entire island circumference, but it take a couple hours to get around the edge of the island. It's only about 20 minutes to get from the ferry dock to the Hilton. And first getting at the Hilton, we were very impressed right off the bat.
It was incredible. They had overwater bungalows half the time. The first 4 nights we stayed in a garden pool bungalow, so we had our own private pool, and then the second half we stayed in an overwater bungalow.
And it was pretty cool to get to do both of them. We really had a good time staying in the garden bungalow. The pool's just big enough for a good cannonball. We had our own little private area. We had a good view of the mountains, and then later obviously we had a good view of the ocean, but the actual accommodations themselves were fantastic. We really would highly recommend the Hilton. One of the things we liked the most about the Hilton, especially getting to see several of the other resorts, because on some of the excursions we did, we were out on the ocean and saw other resorts, was that the snorkeling in the actual resort itself, where it's situated, is an awesome place in the water. It's got a lot of really good coral and snorkeling right around it, and it's very far away from the boat passageway. Some of the other resorts are right on the boat passageway, so you'll be out snorkeling and boats are passing literally 20 feet from your bungalow, from your dock, or from your deck that's right off your bungalow. So that's something that we liked specifically about the Hilton.
So that was why we felt like the resort that we had chosen was by far the best on Moorea. We absolutely loved it there. So number 2 reason that we loved our trip to Tahiti was all of the water sports that we did. We did a catamaran one day and we did jet skis another, and it was amazing.
It was. We had a really good time. The jet skis, getting around, getting to see a lot of the island was really cool. We got to go stop on a sandbar and swim with stingrays and sharks, which was awesome. You should definitely do that if you're going to Moorea. And then we got to take the jet skis out onto the open ocean, which was fantastic. We got some good air coming off some of the waves. It was really fun. Really a good time with that. The catamaran day that we did was cool as well. We went to the same spot with the stingrays and the sharks, and then we went to a little island for a wonderful meal. It was really good food, and then they did a little demonstrations about some of the local Tahitian traditions and customs, and showed us how they live life.
So the 3rd reason that we love Moorea and why we actually chose it over some of the smaller islands like Bora Bora is that it has inland activities. We did ATVs one day. It has mountains and lush greenery and lots of stuff to do inland.
But it was really cool to get off-road a little bit and go up on some of the trails, see the mountains, see some of the really cool scenery inland.
So number 4 reason that we loved Tahiti, that we don't have quite as many videos and footage for, is the people. The people were phenomenal. We've been to lots of different places in, the Caribbean and Europe, and it seems like sometimes they're nice to you because they're the tourist, and then you hear them yelling at each other in the back or whatever. And the attitude that we got from every single person there was, look at the place we live at, why would we not want to be in a good mood all the time? Number 5 was the food there was delicious. We ate at the resort maybe 1 or 2 nights. The Hilton has an amazing crate place over the water that you have sharks swimming underneath you, and it was delicious. And then the rest of the days we ate off-site, and they have that down nailed to a T.
Yeah, so that's one of the cool things, especially if you stay at the Hilton, but if you stay at any of the places, the concierge would help us. We could go in and get some advice on where to go for dinner, and most of the restaurants on the island will actually come and pick you up, take you to dinner, and bring you back to your hotel for free.